So we had an interesting end to 2014 with the announcement by the Chancellor in December of the changes to the archaic stamp duty regime that we've enjoyed for so many years. We've been talking about changing it for years, and the Chancellor grasped the nettle and did it. I was with a group of estate agents that day, and there were a few concerned looks and worried faces. However, for 98% of the country, it made a big difference, a positive difference. London is a whole different place, obviously, and certainly it wasn't quite such good news for us. My view is this will be quickly absorbed into the buying budgets of the vast majority of people. So what's happening with London prices in general? Well, last year was a very interesting year. We saw a first quarter with no supply and huge demand, and guess what? Prices went through the roof. Then MMR came in, the Mortgage Market Review, in early April, and it was as though someone had jammed the brakes onto the market. People couldn't borrow money. There was lack of confidence. The last quarter of 2014 saw a slight drop in some areas, between 1% and 2%. However, given the price rises in places like Balham of 21%, this is, I think, pretty healthy, and quite frankly, it's to be expected. Marsh Parsons, we had 26% more property in the market in the last half of last year. This has now been matched with some great new buyers coming into the market, really excited by how much money they can borrow and at what rates. Now you can borrow 10-year fixed rate money for below 3%. So if ever there was a time to get involved in the market, now is it. London is a safe haven. It's a flight to safety and a flight to quality. There was an undoubted decline in foreign buyers buying in London last year, with 78% being UK-based buyers. London is a melting pot of all sorts of nationalities, and certainly the City of London is still drawing huge amounts of people into London, which is helping both the sales and the lettings market. 22% of our buyers were foreign, and they're a valuable source of income to London itself. This is reduced for a number of reasons. I think the strength of the pound has had an issue, and also the various tax regimes that the government has introduced to make it more difficult for foreigners to buy in London has without doubt had an effect. The lettings market in London enjoyed a really good year, with more stock coming on, a lot of tenants because they couldn't borrow money, therefore everyone has to live somewhere and they became tenants. So we saw an increase in prices of between 5% and 10% in various parts of London last year. The market is fed by the buy-to-let business and also people wanting to keep a foot in the London market. So many people looking to expand and move out of London actually rent out of London and keep their property in London and rent that out. They're keen to keep a toehold in the London market because generally that's where the growth is. The corporate market has been very strong for us. The job market in London is powerful and people are relocating to London in droves. Going forward, we see 2015 as an interesting year. Obviously, the huge thing about the year is the election. This will have an effect, is having an effect. However, there are plenty of buyers wanting to get in before the election, not wanting to put their lives on hold. What the election will provide is certainty. So whoever wins, it will provide certainty for a period of time. Our view is prices will rise roughly 5% in outer prime and roughly 3% in prime central London. We don't see the market above 2 million racing away. However, London, as always, attracts some very wealthy people, and they certainly won't put their lives on hold just for the sake of a couple of percent on the purchase of their house. So we see it as a good year, not a great year, but a good year, with good amounts of stock available now, good amounts of people wanting to buy now, which always points towards a good, healthy market. We don't see prices going up dramatically, but we do see them edging up. A good, healthy market.